What you support now determines the future of projects to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to cook tonight. Boys and girls, don't be scared. This is not going to be a scary movie. This is going to be a true story tonight. Gather around, because we got a great story to tell. In the meantime, we see clearly now that Xbox won the future strategy. That's without a doubt. Oh, yes, I'm going to cook, taking all the air out the room. This is a 100% show. We don't do the gimmicks. We don't do all that corny bullshit. We don't do all that animated dumb shit. This is real gamers on the green side of things. We come here to do one thing. That's to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. If you like what we're about, do not hesitate to subscribe to this channel, great gamer. Hit the notification bell, great gamer. Never miss the ones and twos on any of these shows as we grab mics and do wonderful truth telling. It's only going to get better and better. Become a member. Leave some comments below. Share. Do whatever you feel. We are eternally grateful and glad that you're here upon the Di-RRec Gaming Show, where this is the X League of Extraordinaires. Welcome to the X League Podcast. We here, people. We are here. I'm going to give a shout out to the chat pad here in a minute, but this is slow cooking. This is a slow cooking show. I want to say what up to my man, Metropolitan Gaming from Canada. We always glad to have you, fam. I got my man, Resident Gamer over here from the west side, and I got my man, Spark 117 from the west side of Canada as well. But Metropolitan Gaming is from the east side of Canada. So we got Canada in the building, man. I got to do y'all props tonight. Xbox still has Game Pass, and I want everybody to understand that Game Pass is the key to the word exclusive. All right? That's the end game. All right? That's the end game. Do not lose focus on that. Forget what you've heard, bro. All you heard this week is a bunch of gimmick talk, man. The gimmick talk, I'm not going to do that with y'all. I'm going to tell y'all some secrets that I've been known as to why the reasons why I predicted this to happen in the 5th year. If you don't believe me, go back, check the videos if you want to search for something that's in there. I don't have to lie about anything, man. That's why I come out here boldly and say what I do. Now, I'm not here to boast or brag about why I'm so good at what Xbox does, but hell, somebody's got to tell it to the new legal. So I'm going to tell it to myself. When it comes to this Xbox shit, I'm the best around. This sweet tea is good. Ah, man. And I'm glad I got people out here. I'm glad I surround myself with mutual Xbox gamers. You guys, my fans. And I'm going to break it. I'm going to break some legs tonight. We're going to break some arms tonight. We're going to do some body slamming. We're going to be going off the top rope. We're going to do some leg dropping. We're going to see who's going to break first, right? That was too easy to predict because it was me that predicted this failure of a shit show called the PlayStation 5 8 months before it got here. 8 months before it got here. Since people with their hands out are too scared to tell the truth, we don't have to have our hands out. This is not a channel that's worrying about popularity. This is not the purpose here. This is not a channel that's trying to quit its day job. That's not this channel. This is a gaming channel. We just happen to be on YouTube. We're no different. We're no special from our common gamers. You come here to listen to truth if you come here to Di-RRec Gaming. We're not haters of PlayStation or Nintendo. But what we're not going to do, we're not going to front on Xbox greatness, because on Di-RRec Gaming, you're going to get served Xbox greatness. So if you don't like to hear about Xbox greatness, you won't be on this channel. You'll go where you can float around some crow soup. It's going to be served on a cold dish. But we're going to see who's going to break first, aren't we? 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's already breaking. Didn't I not tell everybody, y'all? They're going to let me watch them ride the wheels till it falls off. They're going to literally do this. I mean, they're going to literally do this. I already knew they were going to do this. I already knew the donkeys were going to do this because the donkeys don't understand that the console war's been over with. These companies are not inclined to talk about console sales. Forget listening to us. They don't listen to their Sony brand. They don't even listen to the leaders of Sony. They don't listen to nobody but their feelings. And they hurdle up around each other doing kumbaya songs and chants about console sales. They got groups. This is how goofy they are, bro. They got groups and they got discords where they sit around each other all day plotting on what they're going to post on Twitter. That goes for these double agents. That goes for these weirdos as well, man. That try to hide up in the Xbox community. But we're going to see who breaks first. See, Sony may have the numbers, but see, this is what donkeys don't understand. When it comes to these businesses, they're not going to understand why PlayStation is about to fall off. Will they die? That's not up to me. Because I don't own a PlayStation. I don't give a damn if they live or die. But will they be the leading gaming market brand in the world? Nope. I can say that with a straight face. Nope. Get ready. Buckle up. Who is legal? Xbox. Xbox is about to. See, because Sony may have the numbers for a console sale, but there's a difference in people wanting a great product, people, and people wanting a great experience.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Chat pad, I want y'all to do y'all's thing, man. Shout out to my man Talos Ree. Shout out to Resident Gamer O up in there in the chat pad as well. Shout out to my man Remake Station 5, Kente Wilson. Shout out to Rain G4. We in the building. Shout outs to y'all. We're gonna get this thing started. I don't want to take too much of my time in the chat pad comments tonight because I'm gonna be cooking. So bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Keep it lit up in there. Keep it lit up in there, y'all. I'm gonna try to keep my eyes on y'all as well, but I got to cook. I got to pat myself on the back. See, the thing is, as much as they don't want to believe it, as much as it hurts them to know this is going to happen, see, now it's even going to happen more and more relevant. And let me tell y'all something. Xbox holds PlayStation's future in the palm of its hands. Ain't no more goofy talking about this, man. Let's take all the air out right now. Let's take all the air out right now. If Microsoft took Call of Duty off of PlayStation next month, PlayStation is dead. There's no time to play with these donkeys, man. It's just that simple. And what else did I tell y'all? I told y'all, I've been preaching this for about 3 years. I told y'all, I said, Sony has to start making live service games to get that pass to the next generation. My witnesses are all here. I've been saying this like a broken record. Rain G4. Rain G4 is my witness. You shall not pass. If you don't have live service games, you shall not pass. Everybody thought I was joking, I guess. How else are you going to afford $500 million AAA games? What do y'all think this is? You listening to these donkeys and these liars on these YouTube channels? I mean, what do you think they're going to do for you? They're not buying video games for you. We're not here to lie to you, donkeys. Somebody's got to tell y'all the truth. You're going to love me soon because I know what y'all going to do in the future. You're going to buy Game Pass. You are not going to go into the future looking stupid. You know how legal knows? Because I saw y'all do it with PlayStation 3. That's how. I also knew Bungie sales was going to break. Where's Bungie sales at? He's nowhere to be found. Somebody put a APB on for Bungie sales. Get them out. Get them out here, man. We need them. Where's them sales numbers at? Where's all these clowns at now? I told you. They all gonna fail you. Not one tried to tell y'all the truth. Not one. They played them console sales in an era where console sales is no longer the metric to success. No longer. So look at Xbox. I told y'all, it's not about he who holds money. That's not the most powerful entity. The one who can give and hold money is the most powerful entity. It's better to give than it is to receive. Exactly. I'll let you say it, Ben. I'll let you say it. Remake Station 5. Where is he? Somebody get him. Last time he posted something that was about Reload, some news about Gears of War Reload, like he actually plays that shit. But where's them numbers at? Because he knows, like I know, and I'm gonna tell y'all the secret, that the number was 70 million. I told some of my homeboys about that number, and I said, just watch that 70 million mark. Let me show y'all something. Let me read something to y'all where I knew the 70 million mark was gonna get PlayStation in trouble. Let me show y'all something, okay? Let me read this to y'all. This is for all you dumbass donkeys that think console sales matter, that think these console sales matter, and when the gaming media lies to you because they don't give you the full truth. They'll make articles telling you just how well Sony's selling these consoles, but don't go to them UK numbers. Don't go where Jez Corden lives and look up them damn PlayStation 5 numbers. Don't go over there, you'll get the point. That's like the NBA having low market teams. Going over there, that's low market. Let me tell y'all something. Let me show you why this got in trouble. Exactly, Nene. That's part of it. But you gotta do that research. You gotta really dig deep and go all the way back. The secret is in the PlayStation 4 sales because we all been knowing this. Success to a company is by what you did the last time. If you can overcome what you did the last time, that's success. So let's just put some emphasis on this. Before Game Pass, it was Xbox Live. Xbox Live got up to 100 million active accounts, users. And I think before it turned into Game Pass, but when it was making that transition, it was between 100 million and 120. Then it got into Game Pass, went to 150. And then all of a sudden, Game Pass just went nuts. And today, Xbox has over 500 million users on it. Over 500 million users. So Xbox quadrupled in the service area. Quadrupled. If you're wondering why Xbox is still around, well, it quadrupled. You look at PlayStation. PlayStation Plus is at 126 million. Barely growing. Barely showed any growth. It's lacking engagement. Oh, yes. You remember when I made that video and I told y'all we're not the same? And I showed y'all the secrets to that PlayStation Plus dog shit service. And I gave you the breakdown in percentages. And I told y'all They don't even pay for the premium. They're out here. Look, do not even pay attention to the people on Twitter X, man. Just laugh at them clowns. That's that little 4%. They're the ones that'll tell you, oh, the PlayStation Plus is great. While the rest of the 96, the true PlayStation fans will tell you it's dog shit. That anything that's trash is these dudes on Twitter X that'll bark for anything for PlayStation. And you think that they're the voice of their community. They don't even play the games. They don't even play the games that the community plays. They're not good at it. But I digress. Let's get to it. I don't want to hold y'all up. Sony shipped, right? Sony shipped 75 million PlayStation 5 consoles worldwide. Shipped. The number comes courtesy of the company's financial report where it confirmed it shipped 9.5 million units. Now remember, G-Man, when them dummies were making articles talking about, oh, they sold 9 million consoles. Remember that? Now, it's either they sold it to the customers or not. We ain't talking about sold to the stores. We know that, but that's the game they play. We know that. Look, we know that Sony makes his money off top when it goes to retail. But that's not the longevity money. The longevity money is when you buy it, take it home, plug it up, pay for the services, play games on the services, engage in a community. That's where the money is at. Every time you come home and you turn on your PlayStation 5 and you repeat that as much as you can in a year, that's how Sony makes money. Sony don't make money when they sell it to the retail because that money stops. A console sell money stops right there. They sell it to the retailer in bundles. They get a bundle package deal, and that money goes there. This thing called gaming industry is about a marathon effect. You got to have long legs in here. Your money has to make money. Ain't no damn console making money. No console's making money. The services, the accessories are what makes money. The software is what makes money. The console's already done been paid for. That's why when you listen to these dummies and they sit there and tell you, oh, well, you know what? I'm selling my Xbox. It don't matter what you do now. You bought it already. They already got your money. It's yours. I don't care if you go up on the Eiffel Tower and throw it off the Eiffel Tower. I don't care if you go to the Mississippi Bridge and throw it in the Mississippi River. I don't care if you get on a Caribbean cruise and chunk it over the ship. They already got your money. I don't care if you go to Hawaii and throw it in a volcano or set it outside in Nebraska and let a tornado suck it up. Who cares? I love it, Knight. I love it. We're going to get to that too, bro. All I got to say to PlayStation fans is this. Do not bite the hand that feeds you. Microsoft is feeding you. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Y'all are in no position to talk anymore. Not in no position to talk anymore. Be thankful. Be grateful that Microsoft gives you anything. Because Sony ain't in position to give you shit anymore. That empire's done. I told y'all that was going to happen. You think a damn empire's going to last 50 years, bro? This is technology. This is about innovation. That does not go well for Sony. If we're talking electronics, well, you know, that still don't go well for Sony anymore. But if you was going to be close, at least talk about electronics. We're talking about tech. We're talking about big tech now. Sony's out of its league. Sony is out of its league. We're talking big tech. What y'all talking about? Y'all talking about little bank. It was confirmed that they shipped 9.5 million units during this third quarter, which ended on the 31st of December, 2024, resident. This ended last year. This actually means that the PlayStation 5 closed the gap. Wait a minute now. So they closed the gap, or did they surpass the PlayStation 4? There's no way. Look, if you ship something, right, that can't possibly mean you surpass it in sales. This actually means that the PlayStation 5 closed the gap on the PlayStation launch, aligned around 500K units, meaning the difference between the two devices is just 1.7 million units now. So wait a minute. Hold them flowers for me yet. I don't need them yet. Hold on. Show ain't over with yet. I don't want my flowers yet. Hold on. So you telling me this whole damn time, when I was already saying, man, listen, bro, the PlayStation 5 ain't out selling the PlayStation 4. The reason why we stayed on console sales with y'all, because we knew that was where your heart was at. We grabbed your heart. We held your heart. We pulled it out. You know, when you have heart surgery, doctors cut your heart out, put it on a little table right there. You're still alive because they keep your veins and stuff attached. You know you can live, your heart can be outside your body and you can still live. That's what Microsoft is doing to PlayStation right now. They got their heart. Y'all laughed at Phil Spencer. Y'all laughed at that man 11 years ago. This is a marathon. This ain't no race, bro. This ain't a sprint. This is a marathon. They told you that. Phil prepared us 11 years ago. PlayStation leadership didn't prepare y'all for shit. It wasn't until Jim Ryan knew he was going to be gone, and then he told y'all the truth. He went in there and told those damn developers the truth, and he told those developers what they better make. And they better start making some live service games. They get that man the middle finger, bro. When he left Sony, he took all his shares out. You dumb donkey still don't understand that? When somebody does that, he's telling you what the future of that company is going to be. And he don't want his money to be no good when it happens. We're talking millions of dollars, bro. We're not talking $10 that you got in your pocket where these donkeys cry about how expensive gaming is. Y'all ain't real gamers no way. Sony can't give you a new game because you don't know how to support it. Here's the clues to how PlayStation fans don't support their games. Look at what happened to Uncharted, right? And don't forget what my man just said, right? Don't forget what Cypher, King of Cypher said, right? What did Bungie just do? Bungie's stealing art. Last time we took the credit check for PlayStation 4, didn't Naughty Dog do the same thing? Didn't they steal some art from Assassin's Creed and wanted everybody to act like that was the real pictures of the game? All right, let's fast forward, people. There's a paper trail to this. So where's Uncharted now? It's dead. It's gone. It's gone. Where's Uncharted now? Dead and gone. I don't want to talk about Twisted Metal. I don't want to talk about those games and what PlayStation should have made. Y'all ain't going to play those games. Sony looks at the numbers as well. So they took a desperate cry. They took a desperate try. They went, got this studio, put that damn Helldivers 2. It's not an exclusive, but one that was funny, it was day one on PC. That shit has already happened. Donkeys talking about they ain't doing day ones on PC. Helldivers 2 smacks all of them in their face. It's already done happened. Then look what happens. As Helldivers 2 is growing, we come to find out they ain't even playing it. The PC community is holding up Helldivers 2. And that shit is at 30-something thousand. That's all that is. But you want to know why Sony won't relinquish it? They got an ego and they got a pride that's going to kill them. They always say this. There's a saying, pride kills a man. Pride will kill a man, bro. Sony got too much pride because they played the donkey game. They knew to talk that exclusive shit. That was the only reason why donkeys would keep a damn game in their hand. And I'm going to prove that to you tonight. Oh, don't worry. I came to cook. These guys are just here to be my witnesses. I came to cook. This is a slow cooking show, Big B Money. Don't worry. Y'all kick y'all's feet up. Grab your popcorn. This show ain't ending no time soon. So the PlayStation 5 is just 1.7 million, right? Million units behind PlayStation 4. Well, look, the PlayStation 5 has been selling better than its predecessor in the United States. That's where they go at. That's where these donkeys been being fed. All the information about all this great news about PlayStation 5 is only here. You take that shit anywhere else, bro, and you go worldwide numbers, it's behind. That's why they only tell you this. So guess what? While inflation is a factor that needs to be considered here, it's worth remembering that the PlayStation 4 MSRP was $299.99 by this point in this generation. So what does that tell you? At this point, during the PlayStation 4's lifespan, it dropped $100. Have you seen PlayStation 5 drop $100? Hell no. You know why? Because it ain't selling that well. That's why. While the PlayStation Pro was at $399.99. Look at the PlayStation 5 Pro number, $800. It's a $500 difference, people. And you out here and y'all are out here front for PlayStation? Y'all are front for PlayStation for the sake of your whack ass YouTube channels? Y'all gonna lie to the culture? You gonna play this game to the donkeys, take their emotions and lie to them? We're not gonna do them. We know why they hate us. The question is, why do they love y'all? We know why they hate us. Because we tell them the truth. By comparison, the PlayStation 5 MSRP is $499.99. That's the Xbox One. That's the Xbox One price. And the PlayStation 5 Pro is $699.99. It's not today, though. So the system is doing extremely well under the circumstances. Watch this. Then, and the last quarter was absolutely massive for the console. In the same period last year, notice, don't let me lose you because you hear this good news. Remember, this is United States only. Obviously, the PlayStation 5 Pro's launch will have helped with that because Sony shipped 8.2 million units. So it's up 16% year over year. The Japanese giant also sold a ton more software. Here it goes, 95.9 million units. Now, y'all want to see where it's compared to? Compared to 89.7 million units the year prior. Although the first-party software sales did decline, Astrobot, unsurprisingly unable to match the sale pace of Marvel Spider-Man 2. Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You talking about the guy? Only Jeff Keighley could have painted a better picture for PlayStation's weakness. He knew he had to throw a balk. He had to do something. That was his last cry for PlayStation preservation. And it's not even going to work. The Game Awards isn't going to save Sony. Influencers ain't going to save Sony. Your parents are not going to save Sony. Your brothers and sisters, your gaming friends are not going to save Sony. Y'all's time is up. Like Shonuff said on The Last Dragon, playtime's over, boy. You played too much. And because you played too much, now look at you. Look at you. Now you got to look at PlayStation, and it looks just like Xbox. We told you what was happening. We told you that Microsoft is turning PlayStation into a storefront. So Astrobot can't even outsell Spider-Man 2. And Astrobot is a Gotti game, and Spider-Man 2 won no awards. Go figure that. So why would they mention Spider-Man 2? Because Spider-Man was PlayStation's mascot. Because PlayStation doesn't have one. But in reality, Spider-Man belongs to Marvel, not Sony. And since PlayStation 3, since the movie Spider-Man 3's been out, PlayStation's been using Peter Parker. And that's been a long damn time. So let's get down to why exclusives sell to these donkeys. Remember, donkeys, y'all don't fool the new legal. I seen y'all in real time. I know what tickles your elbows. You like the word exclusive. You like when there's a game and you find out it's exclusive. When it's exclusive, y'all run fast with just your underwear on to GameStop or Walmart, Target, or you'll get butt naked online and order it. You get that excited. But let's look at the numbers since we're talking about Spider-Man. When Spider-Man 1 came out, and it wasn't even better than the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but when Spider-Man 1 came out, it sold 13 million copies. Nobody's saying that's trash. Nobody's saying that's garbage. That's pretty good. For an exclusive, that's pretty damn good. But if I remember, there's a second game that came out, and it was called Miles Morales, and it only sold 6 million. What happened, PlayStation fans? What happened? Was it because it was a black character? Of course. Of course. Was it because you didn't collect Miles Morales comic books? All you know is Peter Parker. Miles Morales was part of the it's good to be black right now. What are you talking about, legal? Well, you know, it was cool being Denzel Washington. It was cool being Michael B. Jordan. It was cool being the Black Panther. It was cool being even a black Canadian like Metroplex. Hell, it was good just being black. It was good being Augustus Coltrane. Hell, they was even thinking about making a black Superman. Hell, MLK, Malcolm X. It was just good being black. Shouts to the Black Panther who made it cool to be black. That's why Miles Morales was created. There wouldn't have been no Miles Morales if it wasn't cool to be black era. If that black era didn't come out, you wouldn't have Miles Morales. Remember, Spider-Man 1 sold 13 million. Now here's where it gets funny. Spider-Man 2 comes out, and it's on more platforms than Spider-Man 1. It's on PC, it's on PlayStation, it's on Boosteroid, it's all over the place. And it only sells 10 million. We see a decline. Because the interest of Spider-Man not having that brag in the back is gone. See, there's no more boasting about, oh, it's exclusive. It's gone. Don't believe me? Okay. Let's use God of War for an example. When God of War came out in 2018 and they found out it was an exclusive, they lost their damn minds. They ran down highways with their underwear on, with no socks on. They went up climbing trees and jumping in creeks over God of War because that word exclusive. They went out there and it sold 23 million. When it was all said and done, God of War sold 23 million. We're not saying it's trash. We're not saying it's garbage. No, we're not saying that. It sold 23 million. That's great for an exclusive. Ragnarok comes out. Look at Ragnarok on more platforms than God of War. And guess how much it sells? 15 million. There's no brag in the bank. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no brag in the bank. 8 million people said the hell with Ragnarok. And what do you think is going to happen when they make another God of War? The sales keep going down. Because they know now that these games ain't going to be sitting on PlayStation's console. There's no excitement because that's what drives the donkey. This shows that PlayStation fans playing to exclusive hype. That's why they ain't got no games now. That's why Sony is dying with PlayStation. They're dying with it. Once they know that their games reach more gamers, they lose interest. The PlayStation fan base is not a real gaming community. That's why they don't have one. That's why to this day, the PlayStation console doesn't have a community in it. And y'all are barking for this shit. Some of y'all go out here and buy this shit. Some of y'all been gaming are older than me. And y'all go out there and buy that piece of shit. What did I say? That ain't even gonna help. Because there's a problem with PlayStation. It's the problem is there's no engagement. So what is PlayStation finally admitting to now? It took them 7 years to finally admit that there's no engagement. What we've been talking about for 7 years, longer than that, has finally showed its face. And legal said it was going to show its face in the 5th year of this generation because PlayStation 3 had to do the same damn thing when they realized that $699 price, right? Remember that. What was the price? I think it was $650, wasn't it? Let me just say, PlayStation 3 release price. Let's see. Oh yeah, it was $600. It was almost $650, but it was $599 for the 20 gigabyte version. $599, ladies and gentlemen. It took them a while. You know what they said that's equivalent to? Watch this. At launch, the PlayStation 3 received a mixed perception, largely due to its high price, $599. That's equivalent to a $930 console in 2024. And the $499 one was equivalent to a $780 in 2024. This is why Sony priced the PlayStation 5 Pro the way they did. Now, 8 more years from now, what do you think that's going to be equivalent to? That's going to be equivalent to like a $1,200 to $1,300 price tag. That's trash. That's what you bragging about. You're bragging about something that can't even outperform. You got an $800 console out here, and it can't even perform games better than the Series X. Because the Series X, you won't get this from the media. You won't get this anywhere. But you're going to get it here on Di-RRec Gaming. Because the Series X is built beautifully, masterfully. It's crafted with a genius hand and a mindset. And it's future-proof. The PlayStation ain't future-proof. That's why. That's why y'all been sitting out here fronting with exclusives, and that day is over. Those days are gone because Microsoft is no longer going to talk about it. They are intending to move away from console exclusives and focus more on reaching a more broader audience to gamers. Yo, we already know what the top 5 dead or alive games are on PlayStation 5. Donkeys don't want to scream that their console's still out. Nah, they don't want to talk about them fans. They don't want to talk about those engines roaring. But listen, they in 2025 and they still can't get a quiet console. Y'all believe in that shit? So let me tell you, we already know what the top 5 games on PlayStation 5 is. Fortnite, Call of Duty, Roblox, Minecraft, 2K. Shit, flip it from 2K to Madden. You know what it is. Rainbow Six Siege. We already know what it is. I already read out the top 10, not exclusive there. You might get one in the top 20. One. So that tells me one thing. The true identity of the PlayStation console, like Sean Laney said, right, has never been about exclusives. That was the theory and the lies. That the word exclusive for PlayStation was for marketing deals. The word exclusive is for marketing deals. It's not the reality of the console. We know what happened to the PlayStation 4 on the release date. Came up with trash ass Little Planet. Nobody buy no damn PlayStation 4 for those games. The hell we doing out here? They went out and bought that damn game because they had a brag in the back. They saw that Call of Duty for the first time was coming to PlayStation, and PlayStation had a marketing deal. Oh, let's run out here and get Call of Duty. When everybody knows that Call of Duty wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for Xbox Live. Fortnite, Xbox Live. PUBG on consoles, Xbox Live. These Paw World, Game Pass. Look here, preview. In that damn preview, baby. All those games. Get into the Xbox Insider program and you got them. The preview program birthed those games right on console. Xbox got their live service games. Where's PlayStation live service games? And you got these dumbass donkeys out here talking about we're tired of this. What you tired of? Y'all the same clowns that ain't buying these games. And y'all listen to these idiots and believe them. We're tired of live service games. What are you talking about? That's the only way you get to the next generation, dummy. There ain't no other way. Those exclusives don't make money for PlayStation, dummy. Y'all still talking about exclusives. Shut the hell up. You ain't had exclusives in 2 years. You're getting one damn game this year. Y'all ain't even talking about Ghost of Yote. Nobody's talking about it. Sony trying to give you Marathon. Y'all ain't up for grabs for Marathon. You know why? Because it's on an Xbox console. It's going to be everywhere. There's no brag in the bag. You have no juice for it. Famo, they funny and stupid, bro. They funny and stupid. And all their little dumbass mascots, they funny and stupid as well, bro. It's a community that rings bells of stupidity. And that new little kitty generation doesn't even see them. They're over there playing Fortnite and shit. All these dumbass donkeys doing all this talking, and the new generation don't even look at them. This is real. Y'all keep talking about console sales, man. Ain't no more damn console sales. No more. 4% of PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 fans think PlayStation Plus Premium represents good value for money. Dummies. Straight up dummies. Now you got Helldivers out here talking about we need Xbox citizens. We need more reinforcements. They sounded like Square Enix. That shit got 1.9 million views on Twitter X. It's probably more than that now. But we've been telling you that Helldivers is going to make his way to Xbox sooner or later. Ain't nobody that damn dumb to let their game sit on PlayStation and die off. Ain't nobody that damn stupid. None of y'all games live. None of them. The only game that's alive that has legs is Gran Turismo 7. And we see how much y'all give a shit about that one. Y'all having fun. Y'all don't know what it is to have Forza Horizon, right? Experience. Y'all losing y'all damn mind. You can actually take a car off the track. Y'all out there riding around in free roam city in a sandbox world in Mexico. In Mexico, don't know how to learn it. Y'all seeing what Xbox is all about. Y'all out here, where's your Wolverine at? There's no bragging the bag. Where's Wolverine at? Y'all know Wolverine's going to PC. Ain't no way in hell Wolverine's going to sit on PlayStation. Any game in his right damn mind now would not sit on PlayStation. Period. That's period. What's up with Bungie? Huh? What's up with Bungie? Bungie, you brought Destiny to Microsoft. Didn't make sense. We got Halo. We already got Lockdown 60. Y'all can't even give us a Lockdown 60. Y'all brought that shit. Unprepared, no story to it, nothing. Microsoft said, no, we passed. Okay. Y'all couldn't be creative for Halo anymore, right? No more brilliant ideas. So some of y'all left, some of y'all stayed, right? 343 had to create the term 343 from the 343 little Sparky. The name Bungie continued with the other clan. They go to Activision. They sell Activision a lie. They tell Activision, oh, we got this game. We're going to be on it for 10 years. Oh, it's going to have a great story. It's great. We're going to be going from planets to planets. We're going to have raids and all this stuff. And we're going to keep expanding it up for 10 years. Activision took the bait. Activision learned in 1 year and get this shit out of here. Activision kicked their ass up out of there by Destiny 2. They get over there to Sony. Sony picks them up. Y'all thought Bungie was retarded? Bungie ain't stupid. They knew not to make no exclusive only deal to Sony. Destiny would be dead by now. So the deal is, hey, we come over here and we'll keep our stuff third party. And it'll be a decision if we decide to keep a game on there or not as an exclusive. Donkeys ran with that. Actually, this is how stupid donkeys were. They were actually using that comment for ammo. Well, it doesn't matter because Bungie was an acquisition, for third-party games anyway. Big dummy. That's because Bungie knew better. Stupid. They paid the price because Sony had them to go around, walk around in their studio and check up on what? Another failed multiplayer, Factions. You was lied to about Factions. When did Sony ever tell y'all dummies the truth? Naughty Dog lied to y'all. And y'all don't uphold that? They lied to you. They told you was going to have Factions in 2022. Faction was barely even being made. We even knew even if it was made, it was dead. Bungie looked at that shit and said, I don't know what the hell y'all doing, man. That ain't going to work. And then all hell broke loose. We know what happened. Those damn Sony developers, with all their ego and pride, they started hating on Bungie. Well, who are you? You coming up in here telling us what to do or what our games look like. What you got then? You don't think there wasn't no war going on up in there? Of course it was. With comments like that? Of course it was. Because we see today there's nothing positive happening. And it forced Bungie now, right, to try to do something on their own. And they coming up with Marathon. And that shit looks just like some reject, generic ass Destiny mixed with some damn Fortnite. It's trash. The sad part is we got people out here that rather tit for tat about that. Listen, man, just because we call a game trash doesn't mean that people want a game to fail. We're not creating it. You want us to spend our money on a game? Make a good game. That's it. You're making a game that looks like trash. Want to charge me $40 for it. Yet it offers nothing. And you want gamers to pay $40 for it. That's the problem. You put a damn beta out here, something, I don't know. I don't hear nobody. That shit was garbage. Y'all actually gave it to people who really can't game that well. They're out here with these big high profile YouTube channels, and they can't even play a damn video game. They can't even make a video game look cool. You looking at them playing, you getting tired of looking at them playing. You're like, well, shit, this don't even look interesting because you got the wrong people playing it. I mean, get some good gamers at least. That way we can be fooled by it. They're not gonna make those games because they didn't play them. They didn't play those games. It doesn't even matter what they ask for. They don't play video games. They don't play them. That's the problem. They were already trying to get them to understand engagement last generation. Around 2008, 2019, they were saying it. Sony was telling them, and they don't believe it. They're still locked into this exclusive mindset. Metroplex, man. Before I keep cooking, brother, say something before I go off, man.
Well, you pretty much like covered most of everything. The only thing I might add is that there's no way in hell, in God's green earth, that Sony is going to reach 500 million monthly active users. Even if Sony puts all of their exclusives on Xbox, Nintendo, and PC, there's no way they're going to reach that number. There's no way. I mean, it is what it is.
Speak on it.
Sony is always late to the party. I mean, we've always knew that 7 years ago. Like, what do they think they can expect? I mean, they've been bragging about console sales for years, while Microsoft is building Game Pass and game services contents, and every year Game Pass keeps growing with each new game, and now Game Pass is even bigger with all those acquisitions. And like just the other day, I had this argument with this dumb donkey who keeps bragging about all the exclusives that PlayStation has. Okay, all right. And I say, well, guess what? Where are your exclusives now? I mean, you mean to tell me that you're going to wait one exclusive, PlayStation exclusive once every year, while Microsoft keeps cooking and all those different games? By that time, I mean, like me as a Game Pass subscriber, I'll be playing more games than this edict donkey brag will ever will. I mean, you mean to tell me that you you bought a PlayStation 5 just to play exclusive only that comes up once every year? Well, meanwhile, Xbox gamers that they get to play all those new Xbox games that come out in on Game Pass. 8 games, Xbox games and more that Microsoft keeps giving us. I mean, doesn't matter whether or not they're exclusive or not. They're games. Okay, so anyways. Oh, and one last thing. about Bungie copying, stealing artwork from someone else. Let me tell you something. I saw this trailer called Destiny 2 Bungie Edge of Fate. No, even before that. I was checking this gameplay trailer for Warframe 1999. And get this, in the video, there was this Tenno who was fighting some bad guys, and he was in a subway train, right? And that was inside of the gameplay of that Warframe. And the other day, I was checking this trailer for Destiny: The Edge of Fate, and in the first scene, there was this subway train that came out of nowhere that came crashing through this mountain that created a portal. And in the next scene, there was this dude with the glasses, and I could have sworn he looked like Gordon Freeman from Half-Life. I was like, what the heck were they copying? This is ridiculous. Wow. Anyways, that's all I have to say.
I've never seen a fan base that is so neglectful of the writing on the wall, where they just completely ignore everything that's happening around them and just refuse to see what's clear to everyone else, that Sony's not looking good in multiple ways, like their business side, their gaming side, their movie side. Like a lot of their movies have failed. The outlook is not looking good for them, but their fan base seems like everything is completely fine. It's like that meme of that dog sitting in the room and the whole room's on fire, and he's like, everything is fine. That's what the fan base reminds me of. Or they'll just deflect and divert to Xbox, right? They'll try to spin some sort of negative news or narrative, or to continue on the console sale train. If there was ever any more proof that, in my mind, the Bungie of old, the Bungie Halo of old is no more. I mean, a lot of their good quality developers and their leadership that really made them special as a team, I think is already either left, whether it was they were let go or they ended up forming their own game company, or they ended up moving on to other companies with other projects. It seems like all the quality of that team is gone, and we're just basically getting what's called a Bungie 2.0, where it's like kind of like Team B, where we're not going to get that Team A anymore in terms of like quality and finish and creativity and everything else that comes with it. I mean, you see it, right? I mean, we kind of saw it with the deterioration of Destiny 2, and it just feels like they kind of just gave up, and they just were rinse repeating. They were just copying a lot of things from previous DLC or seasons and just adding a little bit of a different spin on it, right? Like they weren't really going really outside of the lines, really creatively wise. They weren't really drawing outside of the lines. So it seems to me like, and we see it too with Marathon, just from the initial previews, like, no, but everyone's like, not much to talk about. It's just an ordinary tactical shooter. There's nothing there's no magic, there's no hook, nothing that really sparks excitement for the game, right? And this is kind of, in my eyes, this is their big live service game that they really needed to be successful. I mean, that was the whole reason Sony bought Bungie, is because they were confided in them. They trusted them, that they've had experience with Destiny. So they felt like they were, if anybody, the right company and team to go with for a live service game. And it's failing. Something like, I don't think anybody on not only on their team, but maybe some people might have seen it, who knows? But to me, it seems like at least the executives did not have any lack of confidence. They seem pretty fine with the way things are going, because they pushed it this far along, right? Another problem too is they also, from what we heard in reports, they rushed they were rushing on them too, trying to get this done, trying to get this game out, which is like the worst thing you can do, especially with game development, is rush it. And if anything needed to cook and take its time, it's Marathon. So I would really hope that the developers do decide to delay it, because it's going to be for the overall betterment of the game. I mean, just look at Cyberpunk, right? They dialed back and said, "Hey, we screwed up. This game is not complete, not finished. We're going to go back and take the time, and we're going to give you all free content, free DLC." They really stuck to their word, and they ended up delivering one of the greatest experiences ever made to a lot of people in Cyberpunk. So this is just not a good sign for Sony, because we just went through the list, or it's been talked about already. There's a giant, enormous list of just scratch marks going across of at least, I think, 10, if not 12 games that have been canceled that Sony had roadmapped, I'm sure. And they sure had their inner roadmap. I know there was nothing that was really released. We joke about it all the time because they never do bring that information out. It seems to be just either happens through leaks or rumors, nothing really official. It's usually Microsoft that's releasing their roadmap and Nintendo. But this was probably the biggest oh shit, we're in trouble, I think, for Sony, is this happening with Marathon. And now with Fair Games happening too. We got that news this week. Bonnie Ross left the company. She was the lead. That's not a good sign. I don't care how they spin it, but if you're top head,
confused, man.
Or what? No, sorry, my bad. It's what's her name? I knew I had it wrong. Raymond something. Jade Raymond. Yeah.
Jade Raymond.
My bad. It's Jade Raymond. But that's not a good sign. I mean, that's an indication that things are not going well. It could be that she's not at all pleased with the direction the game's going, or how far it's come along, especially since I'm sure Sony's pressuring her as well, just like they did with Bungie, because it's a big investment for them. Those live service games, they cost a lot of money before you see the fruits of the efforts. I'm sure. I'm not sure how much Epic spent to get Fortnite up and going, but it's a huge endeavor, and you're not sure if it's going to hit or not, right? You can have sort of analysts, or you can have experts who can kind of take a look at it and say this may or may not. You never know sometimes with the audience, and it's not hitting. And who knows how much money they've already invested in Fair Games, but if they've invested even just 50 to 100 million, and then on top of Marathon, like if Marathon comes out and it bombs, they're going to be in a lot of financial trouble. And they've got that lawsuit too. So things are not going good for their gaming. And if they think one first party is bad now, there's a chance that because I joked about this too, not on this podcast, but on other podcasts, that I said that Sony basically blew their load in the beginning of the generation, because they released all the first party games that they had lined up, not counting Jim Ryan's live service route. They already released all those games, so they didn't really have anything to keep it going. Now the second half of the generation, and they're going to kind of flop and flounder. Like you're going to see like one first party. There might even be a chance you might not even see a first party 1 or 2 years, just because they're all their studios have wasted or invested all that time into those games, but now they're having to go back to the drawing board, which, if you know game development, that takes years, a long time, especially nowadays with the way games are. So all those studios need time to cook again. So in the meantime, what does Sony do, right? They have to rely on their third party or their live service that they have with their partners or other games, or their revenue by bringing their games to PC or to remaster. That's why they're pushing a lot of remasters and remakes, is because they're trying to make up a lot of that lost money they invested in those games. So that's my take on it, Famo. But yeah, this is more bad news for the donkeys, and if they're never going to see it, bro. They're just going to continue living denial, thinking everything's fine, and then Sony goes the way of Sega. Just kidding. I secretly hope it happens, but I won't. I know. I had to.
Go on to what you said. This game, when you was talking about games taking a while to be developed, true. Nobody's going to argue or debate that, right? But fair games, all right, I'm going to just put it like this. Let me fast forward that. Let's talk about Jade Raymond for a minute. She's a longtime video game industry executive. So she's very intelligent and very know-how and can maneuver around in these gaming streets when it comes to the industry flawlessly. She's very, very articulate in that space. And we are grateful for all of her work that she's inspired in the gaming industry. For us gamers, right? We get this because we see her resume. She previously worked at Ubisoft Entertainment, Electronic Arts, Google Stadia. So she's got a resume, and she founded Haven in 2021. For y'all that don't know Haven, that's the studio, right? So the Haven studio is only 4 years old. I want people to understand this. It's only 4 years old. Now let's rewind this for a minute before I get to my point. Sony had a plan, all right? So I don't want everybody to remember this, that Sony had a plan. Sony had a vision. So we like to use the word vision when we attack Xbox. But Sony had a vision. Now you're looking at Xbox vision, play anywhere, right? Like my man said in the chat, it's genius. Play anywhere effect doesn't show weakness, it shows strength. It shows the real power. It's better to give than it is to receive. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. PlayStation had a vision. So let's just see if PlayStation vision has transpired or even has worked. Because the first thing we called out was their pipeline. They don't have a pipeline. That was the first red flag. Where's the pipeline? All their games were early on, first 3 years. What about the rest of the 7, though? Or 6 years to go? There's nothing. We were saying that years ago. Oh, well, people wanted to play it off. Okay, whatever. But 2 years in this drought, you ain't got no games. And we're still screaming, where's that pipeline at? But I digress, right? Let's continue. Several years ago, PlayStation had said it planned to release more than a dozen titles designed to generate recurring revenue from players. Guess what? Guess what? Newsflash, everybody. But many of those games were canceled. What legal? Canceled. Or released to disastrous results, such as last year's Concord. This game, Fair Game, was announced in 2023, people. Do you know it just had a trailer last year, a year ago? You can go look it up on YouTube. They haven't been showing anything about this game. The head executive leaves just like that. Just like that. The woman who founded the studio left. Okay, to a donkey. Oh, what's the big deal? See, to a donkey, what's the big deal? Well, we're not concerned about where she goes. I'm pretty sure she's a very intelligent woman. Our bank account is fat, and she left. We're looking at you, donkey. The big deal is you. That's the big deal. Forget everything else. What are you going to do for fair games when it comes out? If it comes out. But if it comes out, what are y'all going to do about it? Look. Let's cut the chitter chatter, right? I don't care about Xbox games going to PlayStation. I get it. Same reason why you donkeys don't understand why PlayStation games come to Xbox or Nintendo. But I get it. Because Nintendo's fixing to get fed some Xbox games too. That doesn't make Xbox look weak. Microsoft became the #1 third-party publisher in the world this December. What are we doing here? Stop paying attention to donkey chatter, man. Donkeys don't make sense, bro. They're emotional. They're emotional creatures. Haven, Silver Fox. You know what I'm saying, brother? It's not looking too good. That's what I'll say. But the street says it's DOA. Y'all gonna get mad at him? Get mad at him. Prove him wrong. Y'all act like every time somebody's got to say something about Sony, it's got to come in a form of hatred. Man, fuck PlayStation. I've been saying that for years. Don't give a fuck about PlayStation, man. PlayStation ain't ever offered me anything for me to waste my money on. Now, that would be the opinion. That's an opinion. That's just me. But it looks like my opinion is still holding weight in 2025. Now, y'all can sit up here and tell me Game Pass is trash all day. Guess what legal's going to do? Keep stacking my Game Pass. But guess what y'all ain't going to do? 96% of y'all are going to stack for premium. As a matter of fact, you can't even stack, let alone get it for a year. My Game Pass is up for February 2027, and I'm finna stack some more. I'm good right now. And that's ultimate, and that's top tier. We are not the same. You listening to people on Twitter X, y'all are different from them. They don't do what you do. Xbox community, why are you wasting your time? Look, majority of these clowns that y'all even listen to don't even play video games. They're not even good at it. They don't show you no gameplay of what they do. But they want you to rush to their damn channel to listen to their chitter chat about shit they can't even break shit down to you. They can't even spit cold hard facts like we say to you. They can't even give you that. They're going to give you some emotional drill. That's what they're going to give you. They're going to give you some emotional drill music. That's what they give y'all. And y'all suck it up because you need somebody to address your emotional distraught. You have meltdowns every day about PlayStation 5. Bro, PlayStation 5 is done. Put a fork in it. We've been told y'all that. The exclusives is dry rot, bro. Y'all exclusives have dry rot. Sony's head leaders don't even believe in the exclusives no more. But you got donkeys out here trying to hold PlayStation up like they got a 10-point antler. I told y'all look stupid out here. Y'all holding up PlayStations and that shit's equivalent to a 4-point antler. Y'all act like y'all got something. Take a picture. Look, man, that shit dog shit. That shit can't even, that PlayStation 5 Pro is dog shit. That shit can't even run Doom better than my Xbox Series X. So make that make sense. Tell me what's buying an $800 console. Where is it, Resident? Where is it, Metroplex? Where is it, Spark 117? Where is the common sense factor about it? I figure, hell, if we're talking about tech, right? So you would think when you buy something more expensive, there's some value to it. I mean, hey, listen, we can go back to the car dealership if you want to. I mean, even cars have a standard edition, a sport edition, a premium edition, and a luxury edition. I mean, damn, even cars got that. So when you buy a luxury edition, you got some incentives. Your sound quality better. Your rims look better, better tires, taller tires, more suspension effects. All this shit. Panoramic ceiling, opening, moon roof, panoramic view, all this shit. You got some incentive when you put a little extra money down. What are we doing? It takes more faith to be a PlayStation fan than it does an Xbox fan. Facts. That's facts. You can't tell me the truth about the PlayStation and I just go cuckoo and say, you know what, that's a deal, and I buy a PlayStation. When PlayStation's been a lied upon console, I'll say it didn't start becoming a lie until PlayStation 2. PlayStation 1, that's a virgin console. That's a debut console. We're not going to knock it. They started lying about the PlayStation 2. The lie began during the PlayStation 2 era, and it's been a lie. They've been lying since about PlayStation. Because none of those damn games on PlayStation that made PlayStation 2 big as what it was were exclusives. None of them. And we know why PlayStation 2 got up to 155. That was through Blu-ray. So PlayStation ain't even known. They lied about it not being like it was a gaming preferred platform console. Bullshit. We knew that from back in the day. That was bullshit. So if it was so great, why come the PlayStation 5? The PlayStation 5, oh, because the price was too high. Bullshit. That price dropped during mid-gen. Why didn't y'all buy it? Why didn't y'all crank it up? The shit was like $150. Then y'all don't like truth. PlayStation whooped his ass so good that y'all lie about it winning that last year. Oh, you know, well, it took it 3 years to surpass the Xbox 360. It surpassed it in 2017 or 2016, 2017. Oh, look, we won the generation. This Microsoft Ben stopped making the 360. That's how whack these dudes are, bro. These dudes are goofballs. It's something about Xbox, like we said, man. Xbox hurt them by default. And you notice that they like Xbox. Deep down, they love it. They want Game Pass so bad. I saw a donkey in the comments. When is Game Pass coming to PlayStation? When is Game? Look, they don't even buy a PlayStation 5 Premium, but they asking for Game Pass Ultimate. You can't make this shit up, people. When is Game Pass coming to PlayStation? Man, if Game Pass came to PlayStation, PlayStation's dumb. Dummy. Don't you understand that? Game Pass, you think PlayStation is Xbox now? Put Game Pass on PlayStation and then take the emblem off. Just take the damn emblem off that console. Have it as the unknown console. Oh, but it's got Game Pass on it. That'll be the only thing people remember that console for. They got Game Pass on it. That's it. PlayStation, Game Pass destroys PlayStation. As a console, a gaming brand, and a falsified next-gen console. It'll destroy it. A damn live service platform like Game Pass, right, would destroy a damn console brand like PlayStation. That's facts. That ain't even up for grabs. That ain't up for grabs. Y'all coming out, you got crybaby gamer out here looking stupid. Look at him now. Talk about Firefield. That dummy don't even play games. He just got smacked. Y'all still let that clown talk? That's donkey shit. They're over there telling crap gamer, ain't gonna say something stupid tomorrow. Dude out there weighing 500 pounds. Go say something stupid tomorrow. Hide outside. Walks outside, hide in bushes. Big dummy. You out here talking about Firefield and the PlayStation console doing exactly what Xbox is doing. Big dummy. Y'all got that idiot out here talking. Goofy out here, man. We ain't even gonna talk about Grandpa. We ain't gonna talk about Grandpa. We're gonna leave Grandpa alone. He just see now. He see now. We're not gonna blame him for his stupidity. But Crybaby Gamer, nah, man, he just looks stupid out here, bro. Call like a C. We out here to have fun. The very same thing, and we told y'all that all PlayStation is doing is waiting to see what the big bank does so it can feel comfortable doing it first. Man, PlayStation ain't gonna make no moves first. They ain't got the money to make no damn moves first. Facts. Crying over video games. Buy video games, go play them. Ain't no crying in gaming. Ain't no crying in gaming. But out here scared to talk to the clown. He gonna do something to you. Shit's funny as hell. The Xbox community needs to stand up, man. Look, I'm telling you right now, man. I would hate to own a PlayStation 5 in today's society. You have no brag in the bag. It's like, damn, I mean, I'm just spitting facts. Like, you got a console that's tall as hell, the ugly ass design is white. Ain't nobody got no damn furniture in their house look like that shit. It don't blend into nothing. It's a big stupid ass console, big dorky looking ass console, poor engineered console, loud as hell, twin turbo boost jet packs in it and shit. And then it can't even run damn games right. It features can't even run right. What we doing here, people? What are we doing here? Time's up. Time's up now. That's why it's quiet out here in these streets. Damn, I told y'all this shit was gonna happen. Fifth year, all the wheels roll off. 5th year, I just didn't think they were gonna burn the engine. They burnt the engine up, realist. Facts. That's all it meant. That's all it means, bro. And it always, like I said on Di-RRec game, the only thing that matters to a donkey is console sales. But see, when Sony told them we're not gonna be talking about that shit no more, that hurt their souls, people. When look, you knew the earthquake happened when they said, "Oh, we're not gonna talk about the service count no more for PlayStation Plus. We're not going to talk about that no more." We knew that started to hurt their hearts right there. But they got their souls taken out like Shane's song. They got their souls taken out the other day. Now they know that they can't get them numbers like they want. Bro, it was over with at 70 million. Then Tal didn't play with them. Then Tal said, look, we ain't here. They see the new generation, bro. Nobody can play with us no more. 30 below. We're not these kids out here. We're not these teenagers out here. We're not 20 and 21 anymore. We're the old vets out here. But Xbox is an older platform. It's us that are holding up Xbox. The 60 million Xbox fans are still here. But I tell you what. They want to sit out here and talk about Grand Theft Auto 6. Look how stupid they look now. When Rockstar had to come out and just smack the shit out. Bro, you want to know what's funny? Me and Reels was talking and he said something real. You got to know that the same damn deals, the same damn kind of talking that Epic told their stupid asses years ago, it happens. Y'all remember when Sony was trying to get Fortnite? And what did Epic tell them? You know, back in the day, you had some weight. You had weight with the industry, and we might just have put Fortnite on your platform, made it time exclusive, whatever. But guess what? Newsflash to donkeys. Games are bigger than platforms today. Stupid. Phil Spencer told y'all that. And Epic been told Sony that. Epic told Sony, you know, it might have worked a couple years ago, but now, nah, man. We got a game that's bigger than your whole entire platform. With all of its games combined. Look at Fortnite. Killing it. Always number one. It gets second every now and then to Call of Duty, but for the most part, always number one. And they said, the hell with you, bro. We don't need you for this game to sell. So what you gonna do about it? Sony bowed down to Epic. Mind you, that game came out of the preview program. That's right. It went out the door, and we became the biggest game on their platform. Facts, it did. Epic told Sony that. True story. True story. Sony tried to throw them some money, man. We don't play that shit. We ain't here for the short-term money. That shit out of here. I'm just being honest. Y'all can go back and look it up. It's right there. You can look that shit up quote for quote. And that was the first time that generation you saw a company stand up to Sony and told Sony, we don't need your money, bro. Our game is bigger than your whole entire damn platform. So what are you going to do? No, we don't want to hear that shit that you don't want to do crossplay. Call of Duty did the same thing to him. Nah, bitch. You going to get out here and get your little whack-ass gamers on this platform, and we going to cross-play everything. We ain't playing your game. These games are bigger than these gaming brands. They're bigger than them. They're bigger than those console platforms. They're bigger than that. All the heavyweights are multi-platform. You got donkeys out here talking about console exclusives. That's how stupid they are. You can't make an Xbox fan look dumb. Are you crazy? We don't give a damn. Look, bro, we don't have an Xbox because we're trying to be popular. That's what you do. You got a PlayStation because you want to fit into the crowd. We don't have an Xbox to fit into the crowd. We got an Xbox because we love our controllers, we love the services, we love our communities. We got friends and families on our Xbox. We get in there and we get to rock out with each other. We got epic games. See, y'all so happy talking about, oh, Gears of War, you got a 20-year-old old-ass game. There ain't nobody. We put on Gears of War right now. I can show ain't nobody playing that shit. So we don't give a damn that Microsoft is giving you that. And you can't hide on crossplay on it. Look what Microsoft did to Sony. Yeah, we're going to give you that. And guess what? There's no backing out of crossplay either, bitch. You're going to have crossplay. So when your whack-ass gamers come alive, they're going to get their ass whooped. That's just bottom line. We already know what's going to happen. But guess what? We're turning you into a storefront, Sony. Because why? Microsoft EMS team is over there on the PlayStation side of things. CPR in their asses. That's all they're doing. And Microsoft is saying, hey, listen, we'll put our games over there for your last hurrah. If your gamers buy our games, well, look, you get the 30%. And what did we tell them? You know, donkeys were so stupid. Y'all remember when them dummies were talking about Sony makes more money on PlayStation with Call of Duty than Xbox does? That's how dumb they are, bro. You can't make this shit up. They listen to them dumbass YouTubers that's poor donkeys are dumb by default. PlayStation makes more money with Call of Duty than Xbox. Xbox owns. Xbox, the damn platform is from Xbox. Microsoft makes more money on PlayStation 5. I would believe a donkey on that. Microsoft makes more money with Call of Duty on PlayStation's platform than it does on that. I would believe that. But they can't even comprehend that. They don't even understand that concept, that true concept that Call of Duty is banking on PlayStation and it's banking on Xbox. But when that beautiful numbers came out and it revealed that truth that, nah, bitch, shut up. Call of Duty's banking, big bank on Game Pass. Big dummies. And when they saw that, the numbers declined because they went to bragging about it. They were trying. Oh, look. But when that true story came out, you can go look this up. Numbers went down. Because they don't play the video games. They play for exclusive content. They get hyped over that. That's what makes them run out there. But Sony said, well, damn, you know, the ABK deal was the end game. We kept telling you stupid idiots that. The end has already happened. This is a smoke grenade death. This is Gears of War. This is a bleed out moment. Now, I don't give a damn how you take that. Oh, look, legal's talking about Xbox and PlayStation's gonna die. Nope. I said a bleed out moment. So if you know anything about Gears, there's two options when you're in a bleed out moment, dummy. You either keep crawling and die, or somebody comes and picks your stupid ass up. So my question to the PlayStation community is this: who's gonna pick y'all dumb asses up? Because that's the next phase. That's the next era. Y'all on the ground right now. If that game is a single player game, it does nothing for PlayStation. The legal has told y'all. Phantom Zero ain't gonna do shit for you. Letting you know that now. Ghost of Your Tank, not shit for you. I'm gonna let you know that now. Any single player game that y'all been talking about, yep, those damn cinematic, soap opera, hold my hand, emotional, the character is my girlfriend or boyfriend, emotional tie, walkthrough simulation games, all of them. You can put all of them in one bag. And we got donkeys out here wanting Starfield. Because none of those first-party games are going to do shit for PlayStation. You listening to a donkey tell you they're tired of hearing about live service, get off their channel. They're lying to you. Because the live service game is the only way Sony gets to the next generation with ease. Notice what I said, with ease. It's not going to be, and it's y'all that are going to destroy it, not legal. I don't have a PlayStation. I don't give a damn. You are a resident gamer? He's a Nintendo Xbox fan. Give a damn. Metroplex? Man, well, his PlayStation is his son. And, you know, his son is, he's gonna have to tell his son the truth. He's gonna have to give his son a Series S or something. Because even he's gonna get tired of the shit. Sooner or later, everybody's got a PlayStation. Unless you're a zealot, you're gonna get tired of this shit. I'm just speaking facts. Y'all gonna wake up sooner or later, and y'all gonna come on over to the green side. Because the future, green grows. That's the future. Just had to let you know. It ain't PlayStation, it's Xbox. Y'all just saw the revenue count. Microsoft just took over the revenue count. I told you, all they got to hit is 8 billion. They're almost at 6 billion right now. I told you at the end of this year, they're going to be 6 billion. Just watch and see what I tell you. They might even go over that. Oh. And while they're bragging about Grand Theft Auto 6, they're going to get over that 6 billion with Grand Theft Auto 6. Damn. Xbox is going to get over 6 billion revenue with Grand Theft Auto 6. And they still have those big blockbusters coming out. We still got shadow drops. We got studios that we don't even know about, Phil said, man. They working on games. We got some and then we just get news that the Xbox showcase is going to be showcases of showcases. But look at PlayStation State of Play. They give you a damn third party. What the hell would you even call it State of Play for? There's no State of Play shit. You show Borderlands 4 that's going to be on Xbox. There's no such thing as State of Play anymore. That shit been there. Who ain't kidding? So if Xbox comes out here, right, because their vision was, hey, look, play anywhere. We don't give a damn. All screens aren't equal. We do know that, but we don't give a damn because you got to get a Microsoft account. You got to subscribe to Game Pass. We don't give a damn that you love that that PlayStation 5 controller. Play our games, bitch, and shut up. Give us your money and shut up. And that beautiful ass Xbox showcase that's about to happen is gonna prove me right. But guess what y'all gonna see? Let me tell you what y'all gonna see. Damn, legal. Why you gotta do it like this?
Bro.
Because somebody's gotta do it. Shit. Somebody's gotta do it. You can't expect the so-called upper echelons to do it. These dudes that think they're upper. There's not one of them dudes with a million subscribers. Nobody's a celebrity in this field. Nobody. Everybody that you listen to, don't nobody know nobody in the real streets. Nobody knows none of us. All right?
Bro,
This shit here is real small. Don't hype nobody up. This shit is real small. Nobody knows nobody, but somebody's got to do it, Spartan. So here.
Did they steal artwork making Marathon?
We ain't caring about that. That's trash. Spartan. We don't care about that. That's trash, right? Nobody cares about that. That's
Bungie
right. That's so. That's so.
Bungie no more, man. They got nobody there. They took a Corvette and left, bro.
That's so dumb under the shoe type shit. But look.
They go sit there blowing their controllers the whole season.
They're gonna make this show, and they're gonna this was gonna happen, Spark 117. Every game, damn near every game that gets shown, this is what they're gonna have to hear. This is what Donkey's gonna have to hear, Silver Fox.
The sound of wind.
Day one on Game Pass. Day one on Game Pass. Day one on Game Pass. You think that we're gonna gamble on the pockets of donkeys in 2025? Man, who y'all kidding? What are we doing out here? That's what's gonna make it so funny. And then the donkeys, they got an option to come out here flexing. Yeah, see, we support these devs. You don't support shit. That's why you don't see that. You don't see that phrase no more. You don't see that because that's already been exposed. So now all these beautiful, great games are going to be day one on Game Pass. Game Pass is exclusive to Xbox. So, Donkey, you got two options.
Uno.
You're not going to buy that game.
Dos.
Or you going to buy a Game Pass. You ain't buy. That's two options. Because y'all don't buy enough games. Y'all don't even buy enough games. So, we don't even matter. It doesn't even matter if you buy the game. There's not enough of y'all that are going to buy any damn game now. Lo and behold, that's why Sony is scared of these tariffs right now. You notice Resident Gamer, notice Metroplex, notice Spark 117, notice Chat Pack, that Microsoft already came out and said, look, the tariffs have made our console price go up. Here's the new console price. They got that shit over with. This shit'll go up towards the end of the year. Where's Sony? Oh, well, we're not going to raise ours. Why? Got to put that perception that, oh, we're looking after our gamers. We care. But legal's going to tell you that damn price is coming up. And that price is going to double hurt Sony. Why? Because like a couple of shows ago, I told you the yen is super weak right now. The yen is more weak than it's ever been in its history. Nobody in the world gives a damn about the yen. It's garbage. It's trash. As currency, it's trash. So if it's already trash, imagine a tariff hike. What are we gonna do, Sony? That's all I'm waiting on. How long you gonna hold out, baby? You gotta somehow come around and tell these damn donkeys that price is going up, and you're gonna have to give them a price. This is why you got the news of the panic, like Resident Gamer said. This is the panic news because they know when they finally gonna have to tell you that damn price, that's it for the sales of the PlayStation 5. That's why they came out and said, we're not going to talk about it no more. It's over. It's over now. Say it. So what? What y'all going to do? You got to buy these service games. We told you. I told you. Y'all, you don't have no more vehicle. You don't have no more theories. You have no more narratives. You have no more myths. All those shits are done. Like I told you that shit was going to come to an end. Get rid of it. Stop listening to your dumbass mascots on YouTube. Start healing. Start healing. Understand that this is just gaming. These are just games. They're harmless to people. Look, dummies. The more people play a video game, this hurts donkeys. The more people play a video game, the happier more people are. That hurts donkeys. When donkeys hear that, they feel weird. They feel weird about a game that can be played for more people. They think that's going to hurt a brand. No, dummy, that's going to keep a brand here. If you don't, look, you guys showed us that y'all really don't hate Xbox because you're willing to go buy our games, which in tune tells us Xbox ain't dead, Xbox ain't going nowhere. Why? Because donkeys are going to make sure Xbox don't. That's why. If y'all hated Xbox that bad, why are you buying those Xbox games? If Xbox is dead and trash as a platform, why are you buying those Xbox games? Can't have it either way, dummy. Yo, King, Microsoft is a $3 trillion company, and they're talking about Xbox today. Look here, by default, Xbox can't die because them $1 trillion won't let it die. See, Xbox is going to withstand no matter what. No matter what. Because Microsoft can fund the developers. See, Microsoft has enough money to fund the industry. That's why Game Pass is growing, Resident. That's why Game Pass is growing, Metroplex. That's why Game Pass is growing, Spark 117. That's why Game Pass is growing, Chat Pat, because Microsoft has the big bank to fund developers, while Sony sits back as the coupon company, as the you know how they like to call people? Sony's sitting here like the welfare company, like the coupon company, right? Begging for people to make studios for them, begging them. We said this today, right? Look here, Silver Fox. Microsoft holds the plug. That's right, boy. They hold the plug. Resident, did we not say this? They are holding the plug.
Yes, sir.
Damn. Silver Fox is listen, this is why I love the streets. We speak the same language. I don't know Silver Fox. Silver Fox don't know me. But through Xbox, we speak the same language. That's right, 30 Below. It's too big to die. That's right, Metroplex. It can't die. It's multiples. Exactly. Hits the X. Exactly. It's too broad. They thought Xbox was just a console. But I've been telling them, and that Metroplex knows this because he's been on Di-RRec Gaming for a long time. What have I been saying for years, Metroplex? That Xbox is just the ghost. It's the ghost in the shell. It can go anywhere it wants to go. It can go to PC, go to your TV. Look at it now on LG. It can go on your tablet, your phones. It can go anywhere on your PCs. Y'all talking about Xbox is dead. Nah, let me be for real. PlayStation is dead. Let's keep it 1,000. PlayStation is dead. And the reason why it's dead, because it's the only console in the industry that's being held by the plug. That's right, Silver Fox. It's being held by the plug. And the one that's holding this plug is Microsoft. Microsoft pulled that plug, PlayStation dead. And it's only living from one game from Microsoft, and that's Call of Duty. What did Microsoft say, y'all? What did Microsoft say, Talos Reed? That Call of Duty, Diablo 4, those two games make more money than the PlayStation games. They make more money than the PlayStation games. Just those two games. What are we talking about here, bro? What are we talking about here? Y'all dudes are too goofy. And the people you listen to are goofy as hell too. They are not willing to tell you these things, man. Stop being afraid to tell people the truth about what's going on. I don't cater to these stupid ass so-called gaming journalists. I don't cater to them. They're not going to save you either. They're not playing games either. They're not buying these games either. They're getting these games. They're being handed these games. So what if handing games are going to do for the industry? Not a damn thing. Nothing. It's not doing anything. Everything Microsoft is doing is gold. It's platinum. Look. Minecraft came out. Minecraft Legends come out platinum. It went so platinum that a 4-player co-op arcade machine was built. Okay? Halo's so platinum. An arcade machine was built, 4-player co-op. Minecraft movie comes out. $1 billion movie. Gears of War, the movie has been announced. It's live and well. They just got a leading director for it. You don't think Gears of War is going to be $1 billion movie? You out your damn living mind. You out your damn living rabbit ass mind. Gears of War is gonna sell its ass off from theaters to DVDs to streaming. It's gonna eat. And you know what? Now that PlayStation fans are gonna get a taste of it and get introduced, and they're gonna buy the shit. They're gonna be able to relate to the game. Oh yeah, I know Gears of War 20 some years later. Look, yeah, I know Gears of War. Super late in the game. I know it. I played that game on my PlayStation. These are the same idiots that thought Crash Bandicoot was on the level of Mario. Remember those days? Remember that shit? That shit funny. Crash Bandicoot ain't never sold numbers like Mario. The hell we talking about? Crash Bandicoot. Come on, man. Naughty Dog games don't last. They don't last. I'm not gonna call them dog shit. They don't last. It's not my fault. You gotta ask the PlayStation community why they don't last. Something about those Naughty Dog games, they don't last. So you got what future generations? You got people like Jeff Keighley, right? To gas these games up. He gassed a $1 million game and let a $20+ million game go to the wayside. Like, that's not where the gamers were at. But Jeff Keighley wants you to watch his dumbass Game Awards show. But we all know it's donkeyfied. We all know it is. You can even go to AI. AI will even tell you that shit. It makes no sense. Nobody can tell me that in a 10-year span, Microsoft didn't make a Gotti. You a liar. Psychonauts 2 was a Gotti. Gears of War 4 was a Gotti. In those years, there wasn't games better than those games. Not one. Microsoft at least had 2 Gottis in that span. At least 2. At least 2. Can't tell me that shit is consistent, because Overwatch 1, they ain't got no damn story. They ain't got no damn story. Shut up. It won. Madden won. They ain't got no damn story. Stop it. So you can't tell me that Forza Horizon 5 wasn't the best game. It was the best game. In its year, it was the best game. And it came out late. That's a 97. That's an instant class silver. That's a long time ago shit. Long time ago. I'm talking about in the last 10 years. Nobody can look me in my face, because that's when Jeff Keighley took over in 2014. And the Game Awards been donkeyed ever since. It's been a donkey ass show ever since. Can't make you. It's amazing how they try to make Xbox fans look pitiful out here, when it's Xbox fans and the Xbox brand that's holding the whole fucking industry up. It's sad, bro. But that $1 trillion Leviathan has changed the whole landscape. Look, it's so powerful that it shut Sony up. It made Sony shut up about console sales. Look at that shit. It took it 11 years, because Microsoft knew. What did Phil say in one of his last interviews? What did he say? Yeah, people have to get used to this, but we're doing this, and it ain't gonna just be us, but the rest are gonna do the same thing we're gonna do. He said that shit. He said it. He told you. Yeah, we're gonna have to start. The word exclusive is gonna start shrinking, and more games have to go on other platforms. Don't worry, other platforms are gonna do the same thing, same damn thing we're doing. He told you. You know why he can tell you? Because he was Big Bang. Sony can't tell you no shit like that. Nintendo can't tell you no shit like that. The only reason Nintendo's still doing it is because their games don't even cost $100 million. But what hurting Nintendo is, how you gonna justify making a game that don't even cost $100 million? You selling it to me for 90. Y'all gonna wake up about Nintendo too? Kiba said there's over 20 million PlayStation 5 consoles that has not even been turned on. That's facts. That's facts. Those dumbass scalpers got a hold of that shit, bought up all those PlayStations, ain't nobody buying. Now that them terrible, oh damn, they try to break, ain't nobody buying. Just sitting there. Microsoft was smart enough to not flood the market. I love how Microsoft would say you only get one. When they were selling those Xboxes, they said you own one per person. Microsoft ain't dumb. That damn Jim Ryan, just to get those numbers out there so that all them ship numbers can happen and make y'all think he was so hyped about the PlayStation 5. He flooded the world with 30 million PlayStation 5s before he left. And we found out 9 million of those shits went to waste. They had to pull that shit back and put them back in the warehouse. That shit was almost 10 million short. But for the sake of console sales numbers, we're gonna do it because we know what matters. Don't matter today, does it? It was all good just a week ago. I've been waiting to cook for this show. Saw that shit, I was like, oh, hell no. Nobody fixing to overtalk this shit that I've been professing for 5 years. Hell no. I don't give a damn who you are. Hell no. I give donkeys light. Big bang takes little bang. Centaurs, double agents, donkeys. That shit's all Di-RRec gaming. Half breeds. That's Di-RRec gaming. I know donkeys very well, man. I've been knowing these dudes since the 1998, 98, 99. Dummies were celebrating the demise of Sega. These dudes in their minds ain't right. Their mindsets ain't right, bro. I saw that shit. Yeah, these dudes are weird. They look at gaming consoles like it's a championship sport. Like somebody's gonna get a trophy because they outsell another brand by console sales. That's how donkeys think about this shit. They think they're gonna get a special sticker because they got the console that comes in second place. You ever notice that? These dudes get hyped for being in second place. Because they really last place. Because they don't really understand how this place shit works. But I told them a long time ago. That's why the FTC thing was the most beautiful thing that ever happened. Because it exposed not just the hypocrisy of donkeyism, but the level of stupidity. All these years they've been bragging about console sales, and PlayStation is last in profit. Dirt last in profit sales. And then Hiroki Jitoki comes out and stamps it for us. These motherfuckers don't even buy new games. We got to get returns. You see, he didn't even want to use the word profit. These dummies didn't even know what the word returns meant. We got to get, what did he say? We got to get returns off these old ass IPs. So all this shit they've been jumping about, God of War and the Uncharted and the Last, look at the Last was being raped over and over again. Because there ain't no money being made on that shit. Ain't no money. There's no money. Okay, legal. What are you talking about? There's no money. They bought the video game. Okay, tell me when you made the last microtransaction on The Last of Us. I'll wait. You just saw the article where Sony's realizing they're making money off of microtransactions, and they seeing damn all that money, and that made Ms. Tao say, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck this damn dumbass flag shit that these donkeys are talking about, and these Sony onlys and these zealots. The hell with that. We're about to make some money. We got to try to make this real money. You see these macro transactions? We got to get that. Man, fuck Reforged and his retarded dumbass. Fuck him. He don't play no game. You ever see that motherfucker play some video games? Fuck Reforged.
They're desperate, famo. That's why there was like a report recently where they were really disappointed that Grand Theft Auto wasn't coming out this year, because I think they were really counting on that revenue.
Hell yeah, they were. Facts, Knight. Fuck that clown. I didn't watch that stupid ass. Ain't no real gamer watching that dummy. You low class gamer, you watch these YouTubers, bro. Facts. Ain't no high class gamer watch these retards, bro. Come on, bro. Stop. These dudes are trash. Straight up facts. You see how sensitive he got? You see how Paris handled him? Paris made that dummy start deleting shit. These dudes is weak, bro. They just want to make you think they sound tough behind those mics. These dudes are caterpillars, bro. They spin cocoons and go high when the heat come up. They start apologizing and shit. You saw that with goofy ass Dreamcast guy.
They're not meant for these streets, Famo.
In real time, all these dudes are ducking and dodging, bro. In real time. For real. These dudes are lames, bro. They ducking and dodging. They ducking and dodging, bro. Cry Gamer can't even walk through his front door. They got to put grease around the hinges to push him through. The hell you talking about? That nigga jump. They put that dude in the car, the tires go flat. Come on, man. We kidding now. That dummy can't even do 200 jumping jacks. What we talking about? He can't even do 50 push-ups. What are we doing out here? Let alone 30. Hell, get that dude 20. What are we talking about? What are we doing out here? It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a cold day in hell for you donkeys, man, unless y'all adjust out here, man. Unless y'all adjust out here. I'm telling you right now. Y'all going to give it to me. Y'all give me this victory, man. And I've been through some real console wars. I was part of that Sega crew where we dethroned Nintendo for the market share. And we didn't have the most console sales to do that. We've been through this already. We're primed and ready. You think Xbox has to outsell PlayStation and consoles to take the gaming market? Well, you about to find out. You about to find out. Because over here, we've been telling y'all what's going to happen. We've been consistently. We don't hate donkeys. Y'all are weird, but we got love for you. If we didn't have love for you, we wouldn't come out here and tell y'all the truth. Just go play your video games, man. Do less talking. Enjoy gaming. Try to form a community. You worry about what Xbox is doing so much. Start throwing some feedback to Sony and say, hey, you know, it'd be nice if we had some kind of community where we could go into and talk about our video games and alarm people when we're playing a video game, get some help and shit. But I mean, but here's the thing. You want to be like Xbox, but you gotta play video games first. See, this thing called community was by default on Xbox. Community gaming was built on Xbox. We don't know no other way. We came in like this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like Beyonce. We woke up like this. Damn. We came in community gaming. We don't know no other way. We're refugees of the Sega Master System, the Sega Genesis, the Sega CDs and shit. We're the sole successors of that. Salute to Peter Moore. We ended up getting Peter Moore. We felt right at home with Xbox. Peter Moore kicked PlayStation's ass with his eyes closed. He kicked PlayStation's ass because he showed everybody, bitch, we Microsoft. We can outspend Sony. You better be glad Phil Spencer has a kind heart, like the realest one said. You better be glad Phil Spencer cares about y'all. Because Matt Booty sure the hell didn't. We got that on record. We got Matt Booty saying, man, let's go out here and outspend Sony. Stop playing around with Sony, man. Let's go on and outspend these bitches and get these games. You better be glad Phil Spencer has a kind heart. You've been out of here a long time ago. They'd unzip that duffel bag. PlayStation gone. PlayStation gone. It's too funny. Y'all out here trying to talk like you big and bad, and like my man Silver Fox said, Microsoft was holding the plug, keeping that life support on. Donkeys done got too corny for me, man. We about to get out of here. Reza, let them know where you from, man. Let them know where you be at, man. Get the hell out of here, man.
Yeah, find me on Di-RRec Gamer. You can find me on X at Desert Gamer AZ.
Yo, Metroplex, man, all the way from the east side of Canada, over about Toronto areas. Man, I don't know where they can find you at, famo.
I'll be on X, I'll be on Xbox Gaming, and that's it.
Spar 117, let them know where they can find you at, brother.
Right here on Di-RRec Gaming.
Yo, realist one. Let them know where they can find you at, fam.
Shout outs, realist.
We got realist in the building. Shout out to my brother. Let them know where they can find you at, realist one. Get out of here with realist one. Shit. We're going to get out of here, man. Not a sign for salute, bro. We got you. Thank you, too,
What
man.
up, Real? Good night,
Thanks
Real.
to everybody at Carlos Reed. Thanks to the originators, Carlos Reed, Mr. Kima, and all of you dudes that came out tonight, man. I'm sorry I was cooking, but I saw all of y'all, so I'm saying all of y'all. Shout out to the chat pack community. Yo, to all y'all that just came in here, and we don't see y'all a lot, come on and join the family. Join the chat pack family. Join Di-RRec Gaming, the League of Extraordinaires, man. Come up on in here and become a chancellor. Come up in here and become a czar of the Xbox streets. Y'all see the background? That's kryptonite. That's kryptonite mixed with green emeralds. The fortress is real. The fortress is real. The hallways are infinite. The rooms are infinite. The keys are infinite. Come up in here and have a good time being an Xbox fan. We are here to promote the value of Xbox. Xbox value is outstanding, bro. If you ain't on Xbox, this is the beautiful time to come to Game Pass, man. You don't have to have the console. We got that from Sony. Don't let these donkeys try to portray something that's weak out here. The PlayStation 3, that was the message Sony was saying with the PlayStation View. We're not stupid. PlayStation started that first. Look, you don't need a console to play our games. Okay. So this is about who does it better. Xbox does it better. So the same message. You don't need an Xbox to play Xbox games. Okay? Y'all understand that. Everybody understands that. But you don't have Game Pass. And that's the big gap, right? That's the big gap in value between PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. Xbox has the gold tier, standard gold tier service of the world. And until Microsoft says so, then Game Pass will be on other platforms. But why? But then that kills off their services. So why would they put Game Pass on their platform and kill off their services? That would make no sense, because then that would make them Xbox. And you think they're not making money now? Nintendo making money. Nintendo's got live service games. Nintendo makes money, okay? We're not talking about you, Nintendo. You make money for yourself. You've been doing good on the hardware side of things. Nobody's going to hate on you on that. The only thing we're saying is you got to make sense, Nintendo. If you're going to make these cheap-ass games, you got to bring your price down on your cheap-ass console. Just because you upgraded a few things and your stats look kind of decent, you can't come in here talking about $500 nothing, and your games are still $2. Stay out of here, man. Stay out of here. Keep your shit low, like it makes sense. Keep it low. And damn it, people stay in their place with you. But you about to mess up too. Everybody out here trying to gaslight Nintendo. People are just going to buy it anyway. So you calling Nintendo fans dumb? Because that's what you're saying. Oh, well, you know what? Nintendo can make their console $600 with these same $2 games, and the PlayStation fans will come out and buy it. That, to me, that's saying Nintendo fans are dumb. That's what you're telling me. I don't think they're that dumb, because history says they're not that dumb. So Nintendo is walking a very tightrope right now. You got Mario. But you walking a real tightrope right now. Xbox out here running through the lilies, bro. They out there in them fields. Xbox out here rolling through the hood, throwing packages out for free, getting everybody hooked on Game Pass. I go by the name of the new legal man. This is Di-RRec Gaming on the ones and twos. I appreciate everybody that comes out and supports this channel, whether you're near, far, or away. You support the channel, whether you're here live, whether you ghost watch, stealth watch, or watch later. We're thankful for you. Whether you leave a thumbs down on here in secret or thumbs up, we're thankful for you. Whether you come in and don't like what we say or not, we're thankful for you. Because we don't care. What we care about is one thing. We got a responsibility, and we come to do one thing and one thing only. That's to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. Keep it gaming. Di-RRec Gaming is about bringing gaming to the streets and streets back to gaming. It's always gaming. Don't let nobody take your chain off your neck. Don't be walking around in these gaming streets, Xbox community, and your chain is tough. You guys are setting the example for all these other platforms. Do not let nobody make you feel like you're not. You the kings and queens of these console platform streets. It's Xbox that's doing this shit. Ain't nobody else doing it like Xbox, bro. Forget those console sales. The services has quadrupled in size. Nobody else's service has quadrupled. Matter of fact, they ain't even double. PlayStation ain't double. They went up 26 million. Whoop-de-doo. We're not even going to talk about Nintendo's service numbers. We're not going to do that to Nintendo on this show. We're not going to do that. Don't let nobody take the one up from you, bro. Everybody deserves a second chance in life. Everybody. The one up is power. My man, Force a Legend in the building. West Side, baby. Always showing love. You always showing love. You always stay consistent, man. Always been a true friend, bro. You know how I feel. We brothers. We brothers, bro. You born on the east side. I'm born on the west side, baby. It doesn't matter. Force a Legend. The Forza Legend is in the building. Lee said Nintendo. I see you, baby. I see you. Rep it. Love it. But over here, keep it gaming. We don't care, right? We don't care, right, Forza Legend? We don't care. Only thing we care about, Lee, is that you gaming. Yell it out. Be proud of gaming, man. Whether you buy a few games or not, play them, beat them, talk about your experience. Don't let nobody wreck on your gaming experience. You ain't got, look, I don't care if you play. Look, if a game has an easy mode, normal mode, difficulty mode, I don't care if you play it on easy. If it's a mode, it was meant to be played. I don't care. The only thing I say is keep it real. If you're playing these games on easy and it's not the true experience of the game, then don't come out here and act like you're playing the true experience of the game. That's it. We're just all about keeping it real. If all you're doing is playing these one-button mashers and you bragging about your gamer score, don't come out here talking like you're a heavyweight when everybody else playing these long-ass AAA games or AA games they putting their time in. And it's more craft and skill to these games. And you out here running your mouth because you playing one-button mashers. We keep it real out here. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to everybody. We love y'all. God bless. Hey, we want to say a big shout out to some of our gamers out here that live in these different states, going through some difficult times. Their houses might be blown. They might have lost loved ones. These people out here in St. Louis, the half of St. Louis got destroyed. Half of damn St. Louis is destroyed because of a damn tornado. It's insane right now. People, be safe out here. Be safe out here. Keep your eyes to the sky. Don't take no storm alert for granted, man. These storms are crazy nowadays, man. If you got to seek shelter or retreat to a safe place, do that. Don't ever think that it can't happen to you. Do that. Your gaming console is not more important than you. Gaming console will be bought again. You can't. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.